Hey horror fans, Skidgore back again with another video. Just hoping this will be the last of the bees, but you never know with me because I ramble a lot. So, let's get into this. First up for the bees, we have Bloodhook. Bloodhook is a great, I guess, it's a slasher, really. It's like a dude with the fishing hook going around killing people. It's it's out there. It was originally released by I believe Trauma, but this is a great movie. You guys really, if you never seen Bloodhook, yeah, it's a Vinegar Syndrome release. This is such a great movie. I live in Wisconsin, so I know all about muskie fishing. So this movie, and I muskie hunt myself, fish myself. So this one really holds a place in my heart for sure. Bloodhook is a great movie. I absolutely love Bloodhook. Then we have Beyond Darkness with Metamorphose, Scream Factory double feature. I like both of these movies. Beyond the Darkness is really good. It's kind of got a bit of a Ghost House vibe to it. The movie Ghost House. Make a good double feature with Ghost House, I think. It's got that same kind of setting and that same kind of atmosphere and vibe going throughout the film. But yeah, this is a really good release from Scream Factory. Beyond the Darkness and Metamorphose. Rest in peace, Al Adamson. He may be gone, but his films still live on, and it's nice to see that companies like Severn, even though this isn't a Severn release, they have since put it out, all his films out on Blu-ray, which is cool. So they're kind of giving it a second life, because Al was a great director, and he got the job done. Let's just say he wasn't the most greatest director, but he also didn't have a lot to work with, and it takes a lot to put your money where your mouth is when you don't have that much money and still make something great and still talked about. Definitely Dracula versus Frankenstein and Blood of Ghastly Horror, movies like that. Al Adamson was a genius. Rest in peace. I'm glad his films are getting kind of a rebirth now. That's really cool to see. Then we have Bigfoot, The Lost Coast Tapes. This is actually a rather fairly good Bigfoot film. There are a lot of bad ones, but there are some pretty good ones, and this is among the good ones. Bigfoot, The Lost Coast Tapes. That was a really good one. I enjoyed it. I still think Exists is probably my favorite. I remember this movie was on premiered on TV, and I still even have the taped version from TV, actually. But this is Peter Benchley's The Beast, about a huge giant squid taking over a town and just causing so much chaos and killing people, and they just had it and they went out and go hunting it, kind of Jaws style. But The Beast is a great film. He also made another really good movie, which I still have taped too from the TV, called Creature. But rest in peace, Peter Benchley. He was a great. Obviously, we know him for Jaws, but he made a lot of really good contributions to horror for sure. And he was a shark advocate. He really wanted to save the great white sharks, which is really awesome. We have The Butcher. I've actually never seen this movie. Kind of a cool cover, though. That was one of those family video buys. I have another movie called The Butcher. This was more of a brutal film. This is more like a torture porn. I hate the term torture porn because I think it's so misused sometimes, but I'd say this probably falls into that category. Definitely like a hostile type film, but Asian style, which means it's going to be 10 times more brutal. I remember this one being pretty good. Not as good as what is that movie called? I don't remember. There's another one. I have it on here somewhere. Yeah, I'm here. Ted V. Michaels, another rest in peace. Kind of like Al Adamson. He just worked with what he had. Made great movies like Astro Zombies, real classics. And here's a Blood Orgy of the She-Devils. Great title. Fun film. You can find these all pretty cheap. And we have From Dimension Extreme, Black Sheep. This is such a fun movie. Killer Sheep. Oh, man. I remember me and my friends watching this movie for the first time, just getting together, cheers some beers and just watch some crazy shit. And we were just laughing our asses off at this one. The whole concept of killer sheep in New Zealand. Oh, man, that's awesome. And then from the director of the Blair Witch Project, we have The Believers. I like this one. Kind of an alien twist on it. A cult, pretty much a cult film. Film about a cult. Pretty good. Altered is the alien one, I'm sorry. We have The Bates Haunting. I don't think I've ever seen this movie. I might have started watching it one night, but it doesn't ring a bell. I'll have to check that one out. It looks kind of cool. Looks like it's about a haunted house. Then we have Blood Junkie from Trauma. This is one of their really good slasher films. I really enjoyed this one. Blood everywhere, just crazy trauma goodness. Blood Junkie was a very great film. Not a lot of people talk about Blood Junkie. I think that one deserves a little more love. For sure, that's a great film. Okay, we have... What is this? Dark Sky? Yeah, some Dark Sky. We have Bitter Feast. Oh, man, this movie was great. Definitely, all those food critics that bash, restaurants and chefs and all that, call their food crap. This guy takes it to the next level where he just hunts his critics, basically. There's a lot going on more than that, but it's a great film. Bitter Feast, check it out. Great acting. This is a cool slasher set in the snow. This movie, you really feel like you're actually running from this dude in the snow. Like it's just so cold. It's kind of like what was that movie? Cold Prey. Like you feel the atmosphere with the snow and just you can't get away from this relentless slasher. I like Blood Runs Cold. That was a good one. I'd upgrade that if it ever came to Blu-ray for sure. I think I had Blood Feast 2 in one of my other ones, but this is the uncut version. This is the good version. Such a great sequel to a classic already by the kings of low-budget sleaze and gore, Herschel Gordon Lewis and David Freeman, both rest in peace. Definitely pioneers in their time. There's a movie called Black Ice. Kind of a bit of a necromantic feel to it. Maybe about necrophilia for sure. This was a pretty brutal one. I would, well, it's probably not for everybody if you're not into that type of stuff, but check it out. You might be surprised. Danny Bonaducci and Bigfoot. Oh, man. I'll be honest, the only reason I got this movie is because Alice Cooper is in it. Yeah, there he is. It was fun. I'll admit, it was pretty fun. Stupid, but fun. I like those movies. You kind of just turn your brain off and just enjoy it. Body at Brighton Rock. I remember this one being pretty good. I do remember that scene on the cover with the huge grizzly bear. That was pretty cool. Anything Magnet puts out, you're pretty much going to get a good product, too. Here's a Lucio Fulci film that kind of fell through the cracks, but it's kind of getting a little bit more love these days. That's The Black Cat. Definitely more of a gorier telling of the Edgar Allan Poe classic story, but I really like it. David Warbeck is great in it. From Frank Hiddenlather of Bad Taste fame and Brain Damage and Frankenhooker, we have Bad Biology. I need to rewatch this. I don't know. I really didn't care for it. Actually, I'm surprised. I might have to rewatch that one and give it another chance. Blue Ruin definitely was a great revenge film. Excellent film. Excellent performance. Definitely check out Blue Ruin. I definitely would recommend that one for action and just craziness. Sheer craziness. Bloody Murder 2, this was a mistake. It's actually better than the first one, I'll admit. I don't know. I'm not into the whole Trevor Morehouse killer thing, but Tiffany Shepis. Hey, I said it right. I said Shepis last time. I meant Shepis, by the way. Tiffany Shepis, my whore honey. She's in this movie. Yeah. It's fun. Oh, look who came to join us. Hey. She likes rubbing up against my movies for some reason. Hey, do you want to say something? Yeah? Okay. And up next we have Bane, An Experiment in Human Suffering. This one was cool. I enjoyed this one. Pretty gory. I think it came out from Chemical Burn. Yeah, Chemical Burn. They also put out another one I like called Crowbar. Bound by Blood, Wendigo. I don't think I've ever seen this movie. I'll have to check that one out. Oh man, I love this one. Bubba Hotep. Ozzie Davis thinking he's John F. Kennedy and Bruce Campbell as Elvis Presley. Oh man, doesn't get any better than that. Cheesy, hokey, sad, funny. That mummy's kind of terrifying, actually. So it's got some of that. It's just so much going on in this. Definitely. What's the director's name? I forgot. Don Coscarelli. Yeah. Phantasm fame. Excellent film. Excellent soundtrack. I absolutely love the soundtrack of this movie. Very good soundtrack. I actually am an Elvis fan as well. Bong Dead. Yeah, it's kind of turn your brain off, smoke a joint, enjoy a stupid movie. Kind of like Ginger Dead Man or Evil Bong or something. They're fun. I didn't care for this one, Boogeyman. I hear that Boogeyman 2 and 3 are actually better, like more slasher oriented. I actually am a fan of the 80s Boogeyman. But this one, I just didn't think it was executed right, and not into that. Rest in peace, Bill Paxton, for Brain Dead. Definitely a classic for sure. Bill Pullman as well from what was that zombie movie he did with Wes Craven, Serpent and the Rainbow? He was great in that. There's a Lamberto Bava movie called Body Puzzle. I really enjoyed this one. One of Lamberto Bava's less talked about films, I think. I think it's really good. Absolutely. We have a pretty crazy one here called Bread and Circus. I don't even know how to describe this movie, so I'm not even gonna try. Just check it out. If you want to see something crazy, just check it out. Yeah, it's just unbelievable. Wild Eye releasing an earlier one from them. But yeah, Bread and Circus. It goes by another title, I forget what though. I actually enjoyed this one. Bag of Bones, really good murder mystery. Ghost type vibe to it. I liked it. I'll have to read that book. I never read that book. I do like Stephen King a lot. It's a great movie about a struggling band, basically, called Branded. I enjoyed this one. This one was really awesome. From Brain Damage Films. A lot of their earlier films releases are really good. Like I like Goth. I liked yeah, I like their earlier stuff. Bite. This movie was awesome, man. This movie was great. Those people fainting in the aisles when it premiered because it was so disgusting. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. I think everyone should see Bite. The Belko experiment. You just had it up to here and you just want to kill workers. Yeah, Office Space meets Battle Royale. Yeah, that's a good description of it. There's another movie similar to this called Mayhem. That'd make a good double feature. The Belko experiment was great, though. Bad Milo, movie about a little creature living inside your asshole. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. It's a keeper. I've showed this movie to many people, and I've recommended it to many people, and they've had a blast with it. Good comedy horror for sure. And we have Burnt Offerings, signed by who was the guy that did this one? He did Adam Albrandt. I'm sorry, yeah, Adam Albrandt. He also did Crossbear, Hunters, and I'm sure some other movies I'm forgetting. But yeah, I enjoyed this one. I like Adam's work. Oh yeah, he did The Cemetery. That was a really good one too. Yeah, Burnt House. He makes some great films. I don't know what happened to him. He just kind of fell off the face of the earth. I got two more here. This is a fun one. Good creature feature. The Bean. Oh man, Martin Landau is so good in this. Absolutely love this movie. Such a great creature feature. So much fun. So much replay value in this. Martin Landau. Yeah, he kills it in that. The Bean. That is definitely a classic 80s creature feature. Right up there with The Kindred and just so many great films. And then the last one I have for this, for the Bees, is a pretty brutal one. Definitely not for everybody, called, if I butcher this, I apologize. It's French. Baise moi. I believe that translates to rape me, I believe. Not very nice, and definitely not a very nice movie. Definitely a rape revenge type film, kind of on the lines of like Miss 45 or Thriller, A Cruel Picture, I Spit on Your Grave, stuff like that. If you're into those types of films, then I would say this one would be up your alley, but otherwise, definitely avoid it if you're easily offended by full frontal nudity, male and female for that matter. It's basically got a lot of porn elements within it because it was made by porn stars, basically. But it's a really good movie, and I think more people need to see it to appreciate it, really. But that is Baise moi, I believe. That's called. So I think, until I find anything else, that is it for the B. Oh yeah, before I forget. I found 2 VHS, my dusty room here. You got Blade. And then we got An American Werewolf in London from Hollywood Video. Definitely a classic. So those are the only 2 VHSs I have yet. So yeah, basically, I hopefully will be getting started on the C's next. It's kind of what I'm hoping for. It's always growing, and it's always going to be interesting for sure when I get to the C's and the D's for sure, because I got a lot of great films I'd like to show for that. But yeah, just for now, that's pretty much it. And just want to say thank you all for watching and subscribing. And I'll see you whenever I see you again. Thank you all very much. Skidgore.